Did I just drop all that weight? Oh my, that was so unexpected. No, it wasn't. Okay, it's like I knew for 100% fact I was going to drop that. Stick to the program, do it consistently, and the weight will drop. Welcome back, guys. First week's done. As you can see from the scale shots, that's 14 pounds, so not bad. However, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you'll see I put a little disclaimer there. So, three things. A, don't believe all the hype that you see, especially with weight loss. Weight loss is your marketing to kind of demographic that is, like, for me, I was very desperate. I was clinging on to kind of anything that promised some level of success with weight loss. So really, it's like there were times where I remember this one time going to a doctor, and the doctor was telling me, it's like, oh yeah, it's for weight loss here. It's like, I refer you to this program. And I went to this seminar, and at the seminar, they were selling, and I kid you not, they were selling like spray vitamins, okay? And these spray vitamins, it's like, yeah, the reason you're fat is because it's like, you're not taking in enough vitamins. You take these vitamins and you'll be good, okay? So it's like, it was literally these spray vitamins, and you spray them in your mouth, and it's like, you're supposed to lose weight. And at that point, you know, it's like that was very early on in my weight loss career. I would have believed anything, honestly. It's like I would have bought anything you told me to buy, and I did. So I think I ended up spending it was like close to $400 on just this, like, these pack, like, because it's like I had a lot of weight to lose. I had like 100 pounds to lose, and I ended up buying this pack of like spray vitamins for I think like $400, and then it's like I was taking them like pretty religiously. Until I just realized, it's like, man, this is like a complete hoax, and this guy got me. Yeah, I quit going to that doctor. The other thing is, I had just gone to Thermia the night before, and for people that don't know what Thermia is like a Nordic spa. And so, like, sitting in the sauna, hot tubs, whatever, just relaxation, okay? But so, part of that weight loss that you guys saw on the scale, the numbers dropping, would have been just pure water weight. Coupled with that, the diet that I was following with the eggs and the beans, a lot of that is just, a lot of it's just protein. So I wasn't taking in a lot of carbs, although it's like with the beans, yeah, it's like the beans are still carbohydrates, but not to the level that I was before. So carbs hold on to water as well. So a lot of that weight loss is probably water weight, and the true number we'll see in next week. And then the third thing is, yeah, it's like some of that's for sure weight loss. And I've been sticking to the diet that I set out. So with a basal metabolic rate, it kind of just gives you your calories for the day that you need just to, like, exist, right? So if you were to do nothing, these are the calories that you need. However, that doesn't take into consideration how much you move around, right? Like the forms of exercise that you do. And that brings me to this week's kind of lesson, and that is, don't be bored, okay? We all know what happens when we get bored. When we get bored, we sit down on the couch, we watch some Netflix, whatever, Prime Video, shout out to Jeff Bezos. And we'll just eat, you know, it's like chips, popcorn, chocolate, whatever, okay? So try and not find yourself in those situations, and rather start finding hobbies that you enjoy doing that take your mind off just the want to eat, okay? So for me, I've got a couple. It's the Christmas season, so I was making some stained glass ornaments. I have a dog, and you'll see him later. he's very energetic, so I gotta take him for walks all the time. So I take him for walks. That's great exercise too. We'll talk about walking further on, but then it's just stuff like even just cleaning the house. Okay, it's like if you go around and it's like you just pick up things off the ground, you know, it's like that old like bodybuilding kind of stereotype, right? It's like all exercises is like picking heavy things off the ground and putting them down, right? So even just stuff like cleaning up your room, right? It's like every activity that takes you away from food and takes your mind off, you know, it's like, oh, I want to eat, you know, it's like all you're thinking about is the next meal. That's what you want to do. For me, when you're trying to lose weight, you almost get to a point where you obsess about the next meal, right? You're just like, oh man, I'm so hungry. It's like I really just want to eat something. And then it's like, when's the next meal coming? When's the next meal coming? It's like, well, it's like these are the things that you can do to take your mind off that obsession about food. So really anything. It's like cutting hair, you know, it's like do a podcast, do absolutely anything. And it's really not just the taking your mind off the food, right, and thinking about it all the time. About developing other sources that you get dopamine from, okay? So dopamine is just basically your feel-good neurochemical, okay? So food gives you great dopamine rush, and so for addicts, it's like that's our dopamine hit, right? It's like, so for a crack addict, it's like crack is their dopamine hit. And for us, it's like, well, we've just been going to food for an increased dopamine hit. So I want you guys to find a hobby that you enjoy doing more than you enjoy eating. Okay? I know that's going to be hard in the first little bit, but believe me, the more things you try, the more things you can do to kind of distract yourself off that like persistent want to eat, yeah, the better off you'll be. You know, it's like you see smoking, you know, people that were addicted to smoking, it's like now they chew gum nonstop, right? What I want you guys to find is just find something that you really enjoy doing that gets your mind off food, and that will hopefully, you know, include some form of exercise. The more exercise you do, the more muscle you build, the more weight you'll drop in the long run. So this week is all about stop the boredom, find a hobby. There you go, eggs. 4 of them. It's pretty good once you cook it. This is just salt, pepper, and some garlic. 4 eggs. You can spread your calories out throughout the day, or just have them kind of like bigger meals. Best time to eat is kind of during the day, earlier in the morning / afternoon, and then taper off toward the night. It's really good. Yeah, you don't want to go to bed on a full stomach. not when you're about to sleep and your body's not going to do anything with it. Food is energy. Use it as energy to fuel your day. All right, so last week we just ate eggs and beans. This week we're going to add to kind of our food regimen, okay? So for this week, okay, I'm not sponsored by Costco. I wish I was. Costco, please sponsor me, okay? But this week, I'm going to add in, there you go, Kirkland cottage cheese. And then also Kirkland, just Greek yogurt, okay? I work a lot. I learn a lot of like early mornings, late nights. So for me, convenience is absolutely key. If I can grab the food and just go, that is the best, okay? I don't want to do extensive meal prep. I think later on, as we kind of progress into the weight loss, we will switch foods, okay? Because I want to progressively eat more clean. Not saying that this isn't clean. However, you want to kind of go eventually, like we want to go away from processed foods and kind of stick to more, it's like natural, it's like raw, whatever, okay? But that's future problems. In the meantime, we want to make this weight loss kind of as smooth and as easy as possible. Still drinking the green tea. That helps us with the energy. Because it's like when you're losing or when you're cutting calories, your body's used to like a whole lot more energy coming in through food, and we're taking that away. So it's like naturally you're going to be a little bit more tired, okay? But that's where the green tea comes in. Hey guys, I don't know if you can see, but just playing the Stutz documentary in the background. Just been watching that. Actually, this is my second time watching it. My friend Chris put me up to it. Fantastic documentary. I recommend everyone watch it. It's just such a, for me, it just reminds me that, you know what, honestly, like the hardest thing about weight loss is just all the mental, I don't want to necessarily call it mental health, but I guess you could, yeah. It's just your relationship with yourself that has such a tremendous impact on your relationship with food and how you view food and why you go to food for emotional support or like really anything, right? In terms of dopamine, whatever. But yeah, it's watching this. I recommend everyone watch it. It's fantastic. It's really been giving me some ideas to focus on in my own journey, and I just wanted to share that with you guys this week. If you haven't watched it, check it out. It's the Stutz documentary by Jonah Hill. Also, we'll see next week. So next week I'll be weighing in on Sunday. We'll see how much weight I've lost. Predictors, I don't know. You know, you guys will have to keep an eye out for that. But I don't know if I can play any much more without getting copyrighted. So there, we'll turn it off. But yeah, so I'll weigh in on Sunday and then post the next video on Monday. And then the week after, you'll see how much weight I lost. But depending on how much weight I lost, this goofy mustache, the mustache is going to stay, but this little triangle thing that's weird is going to come off. Okay, so yeah, 20 pounds for the triangle, and then at 50 pounds I'll shave the mustache. You know, it's like at that point it should be handsome enough that I can show you guys my full face. But yeah, stick around, watch the documentary, and we'll see you on the next week. Thanks.